taking maybe a quarter of it or even half of it, invest in it, or you know what I mean, then going to make sure you got a spot. Niggas be doing shit like that, don't even got a house to live at.
Your mouth closed, better not speak, little nigga. Call me take off when the boys jump out. I've been sitting in the brick since dumb out. What they said, Lil Quan can't come out. Must be crazy, guess I gotta bust my gun now. Everybody on street till it go down. Bodies dropped and them niggas don't come round.
DJ Bandana.
What's good? It's DJ BandanaBlack, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. Hashtag I am Buffalo. You already know, keep calm, I feed these streets. We got a special guest today for this interview. We got the homie Kwambo. What's good with you?
My nigga.
Man, coolin'. This Corona thing got the city, got the world kind of on a standstill, kind of messed up. But I think that it's a perfect time for people like you and me who do like a lot of like music or entertainment stuff, because a lot of people is locked in the house anyway. So this is really a good time to take advantage of online stuff, because everybody's stuck in the house anyways. They ain't got nothing to do but to watch interviews and watch videos and video games and stuff like that too.
That's different.
But we gonna chop it up. I appreciate you stopping by. First off, I like to ask artists how did they come up with their artist name. So yours is Kwambo. How did you come up with that name?
It's a crazy wild story. Like not even, but my boy Tone. This is my boy Tone and Doe. They was like the older dudes of where I grew up at, over in the Schaefer Projects. And it just happened to be one of the random days they see me and they seen it, something in me, and just kind of like threw it on me. Like in Tone, for example, he got the voice like, he talk like, you know what I mean? That's permanent for him. So, and then you got Doe, he always excited, so they just like, Kwambo. So when I come through, I be, you know what I mean? So
definitely. So like with the music, at what age, like how long have you been doing music for?
A year and a half.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
Like as far as putting it on a track, a year and a half. Like, I mean, as a kid, I used to rap like in the shower and bullshit like that, but it was never like now, you know what I mean?
What made you want to like take it serious?
The feedback that I got from it.
Oh, okay.
So I actually seen it as another thing of a form of courage though too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because it's 1,000,001 rappers, everybody's not good, but everybody goes out there and do what they do, how they do it, you feel what I'm saying? So if I could bring, and I come from the west side, or you feel me, west side, Riverside, Black Rock, all on this side, you pass Maine, that's all them that's popping right now, and shout out to all of them, you feel what I'm saying? But what about my side of the town, you know what I mean?
And that's something good to make you, like, to kind of push your drive too, because it's like, not saying you in competition with the other side, but it's like, damn, we need some exposure too. We need some representation too. One thing that I've been noticing too with a lot of artists, that's crazy that you said it's only been like a year and a half. Most artists that's like super successful now, if you look at the interviews and stuff like that too, they haven't been rapping for years. They kind of just took it serious like in the last year or two. And those are the artists that's really blowing up. And I think this is actually a perfect time for it, because everybody's looking for new artists, new music, and I'm saying new entertainment, because there's not like much going on right now. Anyways, who were some of your influences as far as music coming up?
I say first, Boosie, you know, Tupac, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jeezy, you know, Gucci, all the Southern, you know, hardcore, didn't give a fuck type niggas, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah. It's crazy that you said Boosie. Like one time my cousin almost fought me. We was in, I had went to Florida one year, like I think it was like my sophomore or junior year, and somehow we was talking about music because I was doing mixtapes and stuff. So now I was like, yeah, Jay-Z is the GOAT. He's like, no, you gotta play this Boosie. I was like, man, that Boosie trash. I don't want to hear it. He's like, what, man? Like in the South, like the way we look at Jay-Z in the South is kind of how they look at like Boosie. And I was like, that just kind of like blew my mind, because like if you from New York, you kind of just think like the rest of the world is the same way, but when you go down there, like, they wasn't even playing no really New York artists in the clubs or anything like that too. Like if it wasn't like a Jay-Z hit song, it was Boosie, like you said, Jeezy, all those different type of artists. But I definitely respect that.
Yeah, like if you think about it, you know, like you said, New York, we got Jay-Z, and down there they got Boosie. But when you flop it, you feel what I'm saying? They hear Jay-Z down south and be like, who's this nigga? You know what I mean? Using all these big words and shit, guys, you know what I mean? So for Boosie, it's like when they look from well, not me personally, but most people, they like, nah, he kind of hard on the ears, like his voice, he be, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So a lot of the Southern artists, even with me, like it really, you gotta pay attention to what they're actually saying, because a lot of times, like, I can't understand them because they accent, like they don't really finish their words and stuff. They got like a Southern accent, but once you actually really listen to them, once I got older, I actually listened to Boosie and really paid attention to a lot of those artists. Like, this is actually kind of dope.
Yeah, because what he's saying is, I mean, I don't know if you ever heard songs like Betrayed or No Mercy or
I think I heard it, No Mercy.
No Mercy. If I make it to see 25, so that was big for me because growing up where I grew up at is you know, it's normal to maybe me and you, but not to everybody else. So I didn't really think I could make it, but like shit, I've been 25 for 3 months now, so you feel me?
Hell yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We got a lot of similarities too, because it's crazy. Like when me growing up, I grew up on the east side, like Central Park area. Honestly, my only goal, you know, they tell you like set some goals over there too. My only goal in life was to live past 18. Only because I done probably seen like 4 or 5 of my friends that got killed. I mean, like all types of crazy stuff. So it's like my only goal in life was to make it to 18. So once I got to 18, it was just like, damn, the rest of this is just free time. Like this is just the change that's left over. I don't even know what to do. And like a lot of those artists like Boosie and stuff like that too, like even like with the No Mercy song, you can relate to it because it's like, damn, we was going through the same thing, even though it's a different area. Kind of piggybacking off of that, how was like your childhood, like the area that you grew up with, like as far as like life growing up, how was that?
Well, growing up in the projects, it's more like for me going to jail, I could actually relate it to being like a jail. Yeah. Nobody in the projects really leaves out of the projects. Yeah. Everything that's going on is inside. You know, it made me stronger though, for more or less. Like I learned how to fight from getting beat up. I learned how to play football from a nigga just forcing it on me. Like, we need you on the team. You know what I mean? And to another thing, I lost my first friend when I was like 7. He had to be like 8 years old.
Oh damn.
You know what I mean? But how our relationship came about was from fighting. You know what I mean? We went from fighting each other to beating niggas up together. You know what I mean? Found out we was like really family and shit. And then he moved out of town, ended up riding across like a street, like say for example right here, but it's really a highway and getting by 18-wheeler.
Oh damn.
You know what I mean? So that was like the first like damn. You know what I mean? And then right after somebody else that got killed. My boy, he on my arm. This shirt right? But he on my arm. Rest in peace, Kwambo. And he actually did something really, really courageous. Over here at Squat Island, he ended up jumping in the water. A girl was drowning. He ended up jumping in the water trying to save her. He ended up saving her, but ended up losing his life in the same sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's where a lot of my brothers was hustlers, and I don't want to get too deep into that, but that's a lot of where my strength and stuff like that come from.
I'm kind of the same way. Even like with losing people, it kind of make you really want to go harder and do something productive or something positive in life, because it's like, even with like the friends and stuff that I lost, when I look at certain things that I do, it's like I got to do this for them because they not here no more. Even like people who we grew up with, we had plans or we gonna make it big with music, and they unfortunately, I'm saying, passed away. So it's like I got to do something to kind of make them proud and make it count, so it wasn't like in vain. So and another thing too, just this is totally random, but how you were saying like you lost friends and stuff like that too. I was talking to, I was actually listening to G Herbo album, the PTSD joint. I didn't realize I had PTSD until I actually listened to that G Herbo thing, because it's like you said, for us, certain things, like somebody get killed, that's natural to us. You know what I'm saying? Can't go certain areas, or you know what I'm saying, just certain stuff might happen, that's natural to us and stuff like that too. And really, it messes you up mentally. Like that stuff really affects you. Even like your friend that you lost when you was younger, even though that was years ago, subconsciously, that still carries on with you. It kind of molds you into the person that you are today. Like a lot of people don't really understand, like PTSD is real, like mental health, that type. Not to be like a doctor or anything like that, but it's like natural stuff to us. Like even like when I talk to certain people, like I do YouTube, and I'll be talking to certain people, and it's like, damn, I didn't even know Buffalo was like that. Like I thought it was just farmland and buffaloes and Buffalo Bills and stuff like that. Like even I've never seen a real buffalo in my life. And by the way, you said it from me, we got projects in Buffalo also too. Like it's not just farmland. Like this shit is like I say like I've never been to Chicago, but I would say like a smaller Chicago, to where you can't hide. You can't. If you got an issue, you're gonna bump into these people, because we only have one mall. We only have, you know what I'm saying, one club area or something like that too. So
If my bad to cut you.
No, you good.
If a nigga wants you that bad, he gonna get you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it's you going to a family barbecue and don't even know that's your cousin, or Shorty gonna get you. She gonna get you going first.
Yeah. A lot of times we over a female.
Yeah, she gonna get you going. She gonna get you all crazy in the bed, all drunk, you be knocked. All you see these niggas coming in all black, and that's bye-bye. You know what I mean? But
that's exactly how it be.
Yeah, but I feel like coming from stuff like that I don't want to say so normal. I push it behind me. It's just everyday life. But when I do speak to like a young boy, like just recently, like 2 or 3 days ago, you know what I mean? I took. You mean it's from my heart, so I ain't gonna speak on that. You know what I mean? But I met a young dude or whatever, and any young dude that I meet, I always put it to them because they see me, you know, they see my step and how I move and hear my name and be like, yeah, bro, you know, put me on or give me a hammer or do this or do that, and I'd be like, yo, listen, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I mean? I be trying to. My thing is, to try to scare a little nigga out of the streets. You know what I mean? Like, you know how they take you to jail and beyond scary straight type. That's what I'm gonna tell him. Like, listen, bro, if you want to get in, come on, let's go. If you want to be, but I'm gonna tell you first before you think you could just jump in and be top op or whatever you want to be. That is not that sweet. You get what you feel what I'm saying? Like, all type, nothing goes right here. You know what I mean? You rap, you make music like Meek Mill said. Any man could kill a nigga, but who is gonna buy their mama a house? You know what I mean?
You're right, you're definitely right.
So that's
and I kind of be the same way, like you were saying. Like I do like a lot of public speaking and like mentoring and stuff like that too. And I'm one of those people where I tell them like I'm not a role model. I'm not anything like that. It's just that I grew up a certain way and made choices to not let the rest of my life be that way. So even when I do talk to the young guys a lot of times too, like I'll tell them both sides. But like, if you're gonna do this, you shouldn't do this. This is what comes with it. But if you're gonna do this, you gotta go all the way. Halfway is gonna get you killed. You can't be halfway in the streets, halfway this way. And that was based off of one of my friends who actually passed away. He really started taking like music serious, and I was trying to tell him like, either you all the way in the music or you all the way in the streets, because you can't be shooting music videos talking about certain stuff and then you really, you know what I'm saying, really at that place like that too. So you got to be all the way or all the way out. I'd rather you not do it because there's no good outcome for it. Like when we was younger, we used to say, okay, most people in this game either end up dead or in jail. There's only a few who actually make it to make that amount of money and be good. But that was back in our generation. Now nobody makes it to be good. You either end up dead or in jail or fucked up a bum on the street. Like there's really nobody like that. That whole era when we was coming up where you had a chance of actually being the next big meat or something like that too. That's never gonna happen again. Like you gotta make smarter decisions. And with the music, how much let them know some of the music and stuff that you already have out or stuff that you are working on.
Well, I got a couple different videos. I got Kwambo, The Truth. That's one of my favorites from my boy Ricky. He passed. I got me and Mac Mills did a joint called Lil Nigga. Me and Prano did a joint called Come and Go. Me and my boy Moncleese ended up doing a joint called Save Us. Me and my little bro, his name Ugly King, we ended up doing a joint called Came From Nothing. I got a Dolo joint for the females, like for the females that have been through hard times called Say Goodbye. Let me think.
You got some joints. Yeah, working.
Yeah, and I got about like songs in my phone, like just in files. It's already together, but I'm just waiting on a type time. I got a joint called Projects. You know, it goes like I say it quick. I done came from them projects where them hoes dirty. Niggas on that cop shit. Was my homies upstate for some hot shit. Call every day just to say, bro, don't never switch. And that where that goes, it's like you will see the waves in your mind as you moving with it. And you know, starting off like how I am right now, nobody really knows who I am. That's the best thing. You feel what I'm saying? I can't be one of them niggas in the video like y'all know what the fuck going on. You know what I mean? So I gotta, you feel me? So right now what I'm doing is I'm saving every dollar and I'm going out of town when it's right and making it work for me, having my way with this shit, ride wave style, you know.
All right, one of the things that I like that you just said is like you were saying as far as like out of town and stuff like that too. I used to tell artists all the time too, like don't just focus on the city that you're in. So it's good that you're willing to, you know what I'm saying, reach out to other places or travel and go different places and stuff with your music. Speaking of that, like what's the ultimate goal as far as with this music thing? Is it to get your own label? Is it to get to a point where you can sign other artists? Is it to branch out to do like clothing or fashion or anything like that? Like if you can map out your future with this music thing, what would be like your ultimate goal? Like what's the finish line for you?
I say honestly, it's no finish line for me for real. I do wanna put niggas on. I do wanna get my own label. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So, like from what I know, you don't start off as the boss, and everybody can't be the boss.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I stand behind a nigga while he winning. You feel me? And I will support him like here with it. You feel me? And when it's my turn, I take what he taught me, what I learned from others, and what I learned myself, and I put that into perspective. You feel what I'm saying? Now I'm in a position to where I could make my own label. I could push out a clothing line. I could get a food spot over here. I could get a homeless shelter over here. You know what I mean? Ride service to the jails. You know what I mean? Stuff like that's all within me. You feel what I'm saying? And it don't gotta be on a video. You know what I mean?
That's the first person out of all the interviews I did with somebody who said something as far as people that's locked up, as far as like ride service to the jails and stuff like that. A lot of times, and this is why I be telling the young boys, even with the street stuff too, like a lot of times when you go to jail, people forget about you. After that, after about 3-6 months, you're gonna start getting less and less letters, less and less money, stuff like that too. Stuff like the die-hard people who kind of rock with you. So that's good that you even would think, you know what I'm saying, other people why you went into doing music and stuff like that too. As far as like the ride, that's actually a smart idea. Ride service and stuff to the.
It's beneficial for both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And more or less like as far as the jail stuff go, I got like 10 friends in jail. I got like 20. I maybe got like, I think I was counting the other day, like 24 contacts on JPay. But it's normal, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and even when I be with my cuz, shout out to Shy, even when I be with my cuz, he be like, yo, yeah, I see you on it, you know what I mean? JPay hollering at the bros, and some people got life, some people got next year, some people got tomorrow. It don't make a difference. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. No matter where you go, you know what I mean? So.
And I be the same way, and it's crazy how like, not to stay too far on the jail part, but that is an important part of your story with that too. Like, I do a lot for people that's locked up and stuff too. And a lot of times it's crazy how a simple phone call or a simple text message like that really make somebody's day. Like, there's been times where some of my friends have called me from jail and they was like, yo, this BandanaBlack on the phone. It's a whole crowd of, yeah, right, that's BandanaBlack. And I'm like, yo, I'm nobody. Like, what do you mean? It's like, that really made their day. So if you do got people that's locked up, loved ones, like, don't forget about them. Like, they count too. And I say that a lot because a lot of times people be locked up off of making moves, helping other people. So like they may have hustled and did some random stuff and they was helping the family and shit out, and then they get locked up. You kind of forget about them, like, oh no, you did something wrong, you in jail, that's on you. Like, no, he probably wouldn't be there if he wasn't looking out for you, if he was just doing his own thing.
And it's a big support system. Support system is a big thing, you know, for dudes, but it also, it's like a give or take type of thing, because if I'm out here running around, you know, and I got a shorty, but I'm dogging her, you know what I mean? If one of these bozo niggas who be taking their baby mom car and they, you know what I mean? She can't get to work now because you done got caught in the whip. So for that, it's like, nah. But more or less, I see more females up there. But what I did want to say, what I just heard you say, you was like, you was on a jack with somebody up that's locked up right now. My bad to stutter. And he said, this DJ BandanaBlack before niggas start wilding. Well, you gotta understand, bro. You on the radio and niggas like DJ BandanaBlack, and that's where peace of mind comes from. It comes from music. You feel what I'm saying? So, and as human beings, black men, white men, orange men, who cares? We gotta know our worth. We gotta pat ourselves on the back sometimes, because we take care of business so much. It's like, and then you get to a point to where you be like, what about me? Well, you gotta think about you. You feel what I'm saying?
That's crazy you said this. That's one of my things for 2021. Also too is like I kind of like, for years I never really realized, like, not saying I'm important or something like that too, but a lot of people appreciate what I do for the city as far as like with music and stuff like that too. And I never really realized that until I started going to like these video shoots and stuff like that. People say, oh, that's BandanaBlack. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, you about to shoot me or something? Like what's going on? I never realized that they actually really appreciated it to that point. But I definitely, I appreciate the love and stuff like that too. A lot of times when people get, most of the people that I do music with now or videos like that is people who was locked up listening to me on the radio and got out, was like, I want to link with him and do this. And that kind of, I don't show the appreciation as much as I should, but that should mean more to me than any award, any amount of money, anything I can actually get, because it's like, that's really what I dedicated the last 20 years of my life to, is for the city, for the artists and all that too. Even like with radio, when I got on radio, it was like, I could have just played the new Little Uzi Vert, the new Migos, something like that too, but I dedicated the Blackout show to basically just the streets and people that's locked up, whatever that too, and they kind of appreciated that. And it was basically like the music that I like listening to anyways, because I don't really like the happy type music.
No, I feel you, but it's a relation. And I really don't like the happy type of music either, like the get on your feet, bop, bop. I do like Chef G though.
Chef G nice.
Chef G meet me like right in the middle with his music. It's like I could feel that hustle, I could feel the struggle, but it's like, nigga, I'm a gangster. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you could cool, you could blast, you could turn it down, you could, you know what I mean, have your way with it. Well, as far as prison goes and jail and incarceration goes, what people don't understand is you come out of there with hunger. You know what I mean? I done been locked up, and what I did was come out with hunger. I made the most money I ever made in my life after coming. I just was so like, man, nothing could stop me. You know what I mean? it's definitely a big thing, you know.
And I know you said like coming out of jail, you had the hunger like that too. Was that something that you learned? Was it something that you learned in jail? Or like that, or that's how you came up with the plan with it? Because a lot of times I tell people, I had a friend, you know, a lot of people be locked up and say, when I get out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and like 90% of the people who I know get out and do the exact same thing that they did to get locked up. But I had a friend who, for like 7 years, every week in Kwambo, when I get out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and literally within the first 30 days of him coming home, he actually did it. And I was like, you know what? Not saying I wouldn't wish jail on anybody, but looking back at him in that situation, like I don't think if he ever would have got locked up, he never would have did this. He probably would have been a person that, God forbid, passed away or been doing life or something like that. Yeah. So a lot of times I think jail will slow you down and make you change. Like I've never done. I did it 1 to 3 days in the holding center. But I did a funny video and that shit felt like life. Like so, people, how long have you did in jail?
I did a county year. That's it.
Damn.
Yeah.
A year. Anything more than a week, I'm running.
I feel you. I mean, I did try to run, but one thing I can say, it definitely felt like longer. Yeah. Just because I was in the box, I was a fool, fighting. But what we was focusing on, you said the hunger from coming out of jail. Yeah. What I can honestly say is, from being inside and being outside, like today, right now, you feel me? You might have somebody call you and say, hey, BandanaBlack, can you come through and drop some food off to your cousin? Or can you come over here and drop me off over here? Or can you do this over here? Now, when you getting out of jail, don't nobody even know you out of jail. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So you get to focus on what you got to do. Yeah. Like, all that dead weight and all that stuff, it's easier to let it go because it was never there. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So, and in the Bible it says, Proverbs 18, I don't remember exact verse or whatever, but it says, a man who isolates himself seeks his own desire. Yeah. And with that being said, say for example, you sat in here for maybe, or even in your crib or wherever, when you isolate yourself, you actually, when you tell people, I need a peace of mind. Yeah. And that's the peace of mind. I get to focus like, okay, you look yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, I'm out here bugging. Yeah. And you get to change it,
Sometimes you need that time to kind of sit back and, focus on what you need to do. That's one thing I want to do for 2021 too, because I got so much going on. It's like the other day, I went to go get some food like from Lee's Barbecue or that too. But I'm so used to doing stuff for other people. I was like, I want to treat myself first day of the year. I'm gonna give me a little rib dinner, and I felt bad doing it for myself. I was like, damn, I'm so used to helping other people. It's like I should normally be okay with doing something for myself. But for 2021, I was like, I'm gonna sit down at least once a week, do something for myself. Whether it's just sit down for an hour and just meditate, or play a video game and not stream and just cut myself off from the world and do something like that. Sometimes it's good to actually do that. Another thing I want to ask you too, as far as with the music, if you could sign to any label right now, who would you sign to?
Man, I'm going with Boozy.
Boozy?
Yeah, I'm going with Boozy.
Okay.
I just, as far as what he doing now on Instagram and all that, you know what I mean? Hey, I don't give a fuck. Everybody got critics as far as being top dog like that, but this is a person that actually, I learned the game from him. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? As far as hardcore, Jeezy was more on he was on a money mission. I've been hustling since I was 13 years old. You know what I mean? At 14, 15 years old, I was, the man in my neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? So, and that's no funny shit. You know what I mean? And I'm not bragging or nothing like that. It's
the truth.
Yeah. I'm 25 right now, but one thing I can say, for somebody who got hit with, say for example, you get a settlement, or you hit a lick, or whatever you do to make, or you work for it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You work for it, you end up $20,000, $30,000 off the rip. Yeah. Somebody who never had that much money is going straight to the mall. Straight to the mall, car lot, they buying the car off the lot, all type of goofy shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Instead of taking maybe a quarter of it or even half of it, investing in, or you know what I mean, then going to make sure you got a spot. Niggas be doing shit like that. They don't even got a house to live at.
Living with somebody else, living with their girl, all types of stuff.
You know what I mean? So when I do make music, one thing I learned about rap music in general, I've never heard of a humble rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rap is usually like more or less cocky, like flex your muscles and I'm a better man than you type thing, but normally it shouldn't even be that way. Yeah.
And that's crazy how you said you learned the game from Boosie. And I tell people a lot of times, you can learn stuff from people who you never met in your life also too. Like with me, a lot of my grind as far as like marketing and stuff like that too, I learned from Dame Dash. And I never met Dame Dash a day in my life, but just listening to his interviews, or even like, I don't know if you remember, you kind of younger than me, but they had a show called The Ultimate Hustler. And, Dame Dash had a show called The Ultimate Hustler. He would get like 7 guys and basically just had them grind out doing a bunch of different shit like that too. Whoever was the Ultimate Hustler would get like a deal or something like that too. But one thing that Dame Dash said, he said, I don't walk out the house without something on that I own. So whether it's a Rockefeller chain, whether it's some rock wear or something like that, I always walk out with something myself. So if I take a picture or something like that too, I'm always branding myself. And that stuck with me. So even if you look at my Instagram, every picture that I post has my logo on the bottom of it. It could be somebody else's flyer for their party. I'm not even a DJ on it, but I always put my logo on the bottom of it. And what I learned is subconsciously, people keep seeing that logo, as long as it's good shit they like. It might be a party I have nothing to do with it. I'm just helping promote it, but they see that logo. Like, I had a good time there. I remember that logo, and that goes a long way. So you could definitely learn stuff from people who you never met in your life.
In relation to you know, I can actually relate with you too, like with my music and stuff, because I make so much music. I don't know, sometimes I be thinking on some Tupac shit, you know what I mean? Where even when I pass, I still got music coming out.
That's smart though.
You know what I mean? Being one step ahead of the game. One thing I can say is I make so much music, and I don't care if it get from 10 views to 1,000 views or even more. I'm gonna keep making music until I die. It's like, you know what I mean? When I get mad with somebody, it could be anybody. Somebody make me upset, and I know that it's not that important. I'm gonna sit down and, you know what I mean, get my pen or get my phone, write it down, listen to a beat, because this is a part of my life now. You get what I'm saying? So,
and that's how you can tell that you're doing it for the right reasons. It's not just for the views or just for the money. Like I said, you treat every because it's what you want to do. And I can kind of relate to that too, because like even like when I DJ parties, or even like with YouTube, like I treat every video like it's gonna be that 1 million view video. So it's like I don't slack or anything like that too. Even when I DJ a party, like I done DJ parties where it was 3 people in that joint and rocked out better than the joint where it was 3,000, because I envision a full packed club every time. So I give it my all no matter what. And that's actually smart, like you said, because music is gonna live on forever. Even like with the videos that I do, that's gonna live on forever. So it's good to do as much as you can right now, because you don't know the future. You might tomorrow Boosie might call you and say, listen, I need to sign you. I want to sign you right now. What you got? And because you got so much music, you already had that mind frame, then you already set. So you might be able to orchestrate a better deal, because it's like you don't need the budget to make certain songs. You already coming with a project. You already coming with some music. You already coming with the right mind state of stuff. And also, I want to say too, if you're watching this video, I will put his links. All his info will be in the description of this video too. But I want you to shout out now as far as where can he follow you as far as like online or anything. I'll put it in the description too, but just so you can shout it out.
Okay. Facebook is Kwan Gotti, KWAN, and then space GOTTI. IG, you can follow me on IG. I follow back. It's KWAMBO _ free. No, my bad. Damn.
No, you good.
Alright, I fucked up. Nigga, you nervous.
I'll be the same way, and I do this shit every day.
So it's Kwambo, KWAMBO _ free JT, and it's nothing else. You know what I mean? I fucked up a little bit, because my joint was Kwambo _ free _ JT, and then I had to end up switching it just so I could be more like reachable. I guess I could say. You know what I mean? Doing like promo videos and stuff like that, or even just shouting it out. Everybody don't really catch something like that, so you want to say something that's eye-grabbing. You know. Also, you know, what influences the music for me is I'm in college right now. I'm a junior in college. I go to Villa Maria. I'm in creative writing and literature.
Oh, dope.
You feel what I'm saying? Semester just ended. I mean, I work 40 hours. It's not an excuse. You know what I mean? I got B+, B-. I got a C+.
That's good.
You know. For somebody who don't even look like, or wouldn't even, you know what I mean, be asked, but
that's actually good, man. Congrats. That's actually good. Like, especially as a young black male, to even be in college, let alone still pursuing it. Like, that's definitely good. I unfortunately dropped out of college because I went for communication media arts, but I got the job at the radio station. I was like, I could do another 6 years of college to intern at the radio station I'm already working at. So I eventually do want to go back and get the degree, just so I can say that I have it, and it's something good to fall back on. But that's definitely good that you're doing it. And like that's crazy that you this young, and that's like important to you. That's one of your priorities, to make sure that you do that. So if you're young and you watch, even if you're older and you watch it, that's inspiring. Like for all that you went through to even care about school or anything like that, that's definitely good.
I mean, it was one of those things to where, you know, I used to sit there, you know, like your man, when he came home and did everything he wanted to do. That's exactly what I did. I'm like, I'm gonna go get a job. I'm not never hustling again. I'm sorry about that, you know. But it's over now. And another thing is, I went to school. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I end up going to school off of just some random. It had to be God because I ended up running into this girl at the bus stop. I'm running to the store for my auntie over on Delavan.
Yeah.
Going to the store on Delavan and Bailey to get a beer for my auntie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I come back, I see a shorty sitting there. Now it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And me in my heart, I'm like, yo, you all right? Like, what you doing here? Like, I don't think there's no buses running. What you doing over here?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I end up sitting down talking to her. She said she was just getting out of work or whatever the case may be, and we end up exchanging numbers and end up kicking it. And she like, I go to school. I'm like, shit, I'm about to go to school too. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, that's God though. Sometimes like stuff like that, it was meant to happen. Like you just randomly went to the store and seen her, and that kind of triggered you to, you know what I'm saying, to go to school. That's definitely good.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to make sure that people, before we wrap it up, make sure that people do know about you that we didn't go over?
Being young, black in America, it wasn't as tough as it turned out to be. I can honestly say. And one thing is, you know, keep pushing. And maybe that's my fault because I don't make enough things about me.
Yeah.
I'm about my people. I want to see people do good.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And that's basically keep following your dreams. Never give up. As long as you never ever give up, you got no choice but to succeed. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Definitely. One thing before we close this out, that caught my attention that you were saying like you don't mind pushing other people because then when your time come, you good. That's good to have that mindset because it's like you're not doing it just to get something back. So you're not doing it just to promote this person or just to push this person because you genuinely want to see people win. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that I battle with too, especially with coming off of radio. It's like I spent so many years promoting artists, every artist, doing as much as I could for artists. And then once I started doing my own thing, because I was genuinely doing it for the city. Mm-hmm. When I started doing my own thing, a lot of artists wouldn't share my videos or, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't promote my stuff. And it's like, it's good that I was doing it for the right reason because if not, I might have quit. Because it's like, damn, I helped you didn't help me. But I wasn't helping you to help me. I was helping you because I just have a genuine heart. I want to see somebody win. And I know my blessing going to come regardless because as long as I keep my heart good and my intentions and stuff is good, it's all going to work out. So I like that's what you said as far as like you don't mind backing somebody else or, you know what I'm saying, helping somebody else do something. I'm the same way. Like I try to, like, just a quick random story. The other day, matter of fact, when I was trying to get the Lee's barbecue, a couple bad things happened. My day was absolutely horrible, and I tried to order some food when I was at work. And the guy that pulled up to order the food, DoorDash guy, he handed me the food, and then he was like, "Yo, here, this is my business card. If you get a chance, I want you to check out my music." And his approach was so good because most people are like, "Yo, check out my mixtape. I'm the best artist," or spam you with a bunch of stuff. Because his approach was so good, I wanted to feature him on my show and, you know what I'm saying, doing some promotional stuff with him just based off of the approach that he had. So a lot of times it's good to have good intentions and like that too. So it's good just to be a good person. Like just hearing your stories with that too. Like whatever I can do from this point forward, like it's not about bread, no nothing like that. Like whatever I can do to help you out, just let me know. Like whatever it is. Like if you just need some advice, you want me to listen to a song or something like that too. Like I want to see people naturally win too, and for you to go through what you went through, especially like jail. Like I said, it took. Like you said, you did a year. It took me there. I did a day and a half, almost 2 days. I was like, yo, whatever I got to do to never come back to this place is what I'm going to do. So that was my awakening point because it's like I was young. I was like, okay, you get locked up, you come home, you the man, da-da-da. But once they said no bail, and I was like, hold on, I might not be able to come home with it like that. It kind of changed my mind frame with some things. Like I said, we all grew up in the inner city, but it's all about choices, especially for the young people that's listening right now. Like you can start off, like I said, rough. Hustlers with that too. Now he in school. Now he's a businessman right now. Like you can flip the script. You can wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore, and focus on something positive, and then it can actually work out. You got to just make that choice to do it.
That's a fact. One thing I could say, you know, like as far as you know the jail and stuff like that, that was a part of my life, but more or less, I grew up when I was growing up. You know, I started playing football at 8 years old. That's how most of the dudes that's like, you know, actually stars or whatever the case may be. It's like. From going to playing football growing up to now today with the music and whatever the case may be, when you elite in something, you're elite in whatever you do. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I done ran track, I done cross country, basketball. I got a son, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm teaching him to do everything the way that I did, but not exactly the way I did as far as, the sports. He had focused on that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna take care of you financially, and as far as like music and stuff like that too, it's a lot of people out there. Oh yeah, this shit whack, or you know what I mean. This, I can't do this, and it was discouraging maybe at one point in time
Yeah.
when I didn't have the opportunity or I didn't feel like I had the opportunity, but that actually made me more hungry.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Hell
So,
yeah.
shit, keep shooting, y'all. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you coming through, chopping it up with us. Y'all definitely gonna be seeing more of him 2021. Like I said, whatever he got going on, I'm gonna make sure I share with the people. As I always say, remember, life is what you make it, so make it. DJ Bandana Black, Mr. I Am Buffalo. We out.
Your mouth closed, better not speak, little nigga. Call me take off when the boys jump out. I've been sitting in the brick since dumb out. What they said, Lil Quan can't come out. Must be crazy, guess I gotta bust my gun now. Everybody on street till it go down. Bodies dropped and them niggas don't come round.
DJ Bandana.